Short selfie video will teach you how to build or create a belief. Why would you want to create a belief? Because belief is required to attract a new reality. If you want to experience something, you got to believe in it strongly. You got to have faith in it, okay? And I'm going to teach you how this works, how to create a belief that sticks and that becomes natural and normal. That's what a belief is. It's not something amazing or exciting, as some out there teach. It's actually taken, if you really believe it, it's taken as quite normal, as natural, as something you feel on an effortless day-to-day basis. Okay, so we're going to learn how to do this now. It starts with a thought. So you choose a thought to focus on that you would like to experience as reality. That is, you close your eyes and you just think of something you'd like. Now, this is not yet a belief, it's just the beginning. It's just a thought that you don't believe in yet. Because if you really believed in it, it would already be true. Now, the first element of belief, as I just said, is that it's effortless. So don't put too much concentration into this. Don't put effort into it. As long as you're still straining or trying to focus, or as long as you're still holding on or attached or awkward, it's not a belief yet. You want to, from the beginning, you want to make this smooth and effortless. Keeping your eyes closed, focusing on that thought softly so that it's fun. Fun to think that thought. And now the big question is, how does that thought, that mere thought, become a belief, become faith, become trust? Well, it's not dominant yet. You haven't felt it and thought it enough. So one way to do that is through repetition. So you might do what we just did every single day until that thought becomes habitual, until it dominates your field of awareness. Now, as you stay with that thought, get closer to it, get inside it, as if you're entering a three-dimensional movie, which you can see, hear, smell, touch, feel. That's how to develop that thought. You want to develop that into a belief that you can feel. Because when you can feel it, it starts influencing your subconscious, your perception, and your magnetism in reality. And then to intensify it even more, you want to pretend it's already true. As real as the room you are in, that's how intensely you want to feel it. As real as the reality you're in now, perhaps even more real. And to identify with it even more, you'll You'll want to ask yourself, what if it were already real for some time? What if it were not only a reality, but also a memory? I mean, if it were real for some time, where would you be? What would you be doing? And don't make it a standstill picture. Make it a whole surrounding, a whole environment that belongs to it. And do not see yourself from the outside. Be the person in that environment, looking from your eyes, smelling from your eyes, touching from your eyes, seeing from your eyes. Touching from your hands, hearing from your ears, and so forth. You see, if this were already true for some time, what would you be doing, saying, thinking? Because in real life, after the exercise, you want to more often think, act, and speak from that reality instead of toward that reality. It also comes true if you work toward it, but it happens more quickly if you work from it, as if it were already true. What would you be wanting if that were already true? What new goals would you have? That puts you more deeply into the standpoint you're looking for. How could you copy some of these statements and feelings and actions into daily life already? You want to speak, talk, and act from your new reality as if it's already true, or as if you're very sure that it's coming true. Okay, you can open your eyes now. That was the first step in building belief, developing belief, but there's more to it. Okay? The next step to it is, as I already said, acting from it, speaking from it. So you catch yourself sometimes in daily life where you're speaking as if it's not true yet. And you have to catch yourself there and shift and start speaking from that, or as if you're sure it's on its way. And the main thing is in how you react to the old reality, to the absence of that reality. If you react as the old you, or react as somebody who has faith in the new reality. So if, let's say, your new reality is to have a higher position in your job, and your boss keeps criticizing you, that's the old reality. And if you get hurt, if you allow yourself to get hurt by that, or run after your boss trying to appease him or whatever, you've wavered back to the old reality. Okay? Creating new realities is about wavering less, or when you waver, catching yourself and getting back to maintain your vibration, to keep your faith, to set your boundaries, knowing what is and is not right for this new reality, saying yes and no quite often. It's about standing your ground. That's how to develop a belief, okay? And if you keep reacting in the same way, in the old way, nothing new is going to develop. So you do this, you visualize every day if possible, preferably while going to sleep or after waking up, or throughout the day if you like, and you watch your reactions to things that contradict your reality. Because these things that contradict your new faith, They're not extraneous. They're not interruptions. They're tests. They're part of the new reality building. So you've chosen something challenging, okay, and you should be okay with the challenge, with the discomfort. You should become at peace with the discomfort, because if you're going to grow, if you're going to go up, there's going to be some resistance, some discomfort, some fear perhaps, which you go through. So everybody goes through fear. For winners, it's the way they handle that fear, whether they go through it and transcend it, or whether they avoid it and say, oh no, I don't want any challenge, I don't want any risks, I don't want any trouble, I'll be at peace and want nothing, have no goals at all. If you want peace for the rest of your life, have no goals at all. Okay, but if you want to grow, you set higher standards, higher goals, and you build your belief in them, you build your faith, and you act from them. That's how it works. So it's on the one hand, daily visualization of a new thought until it becomes normal, till you can feel it, because you ultimately manifest what you feel until it's natural. It's a part of who you are. And the second step is to act and speak from it. And the third step is to no longer react with hurt to things that contradict your old reality. Okay? Because if somebody says to you, well, that's impossible, and you react hurt, to that, that means you're not quite there yet. It's showing you you're not quite in the vibration you want to be. You're not quite where you want to be. And that means you have to get into it more deeply and practice more perfectly. So, if this little presentation helped you, please recommend it far and wide. My name is Fred Dodson of www.realitycreation.org.